Good evening, my name's Andrew and I'm here to inform you about marijuana addiction. 3 out of 10 people who use marijuana develop a disorder. It's called cannabis use disorder. With the prevalence of marijuana in today's society, more and more people have easy access to the drug. Now, compared to alcohol, marijuana is arguably a safer drug. That's what most people think. But over time, the physiological and psychological effects of marijuana can really mess with your body. I personally know I used marijuana for over a decade, and I moved from a red state, Utah, back to my home state, Oregon, so I could safely use marijuana in large quantities. At least that's what I thought, that it was a safe drug and that I was doing the right thing. But over time, I've learned the physical effects as well as the psychological effects marijuana can have on your long-term health. These effects are especially dangerous to the senior living community, which is a giant user of marijuana currently. They're being sold marijuana in large quantities and being told that it's safe for medicinal use. So marijuana affects your prefrontal cortex as well as your endocannabinoid system. It overwhelms your endocannabinoid system, which regulates your sleep, your heart rate, your body temperature, your hunger and thirst signals, all of your body's basic functions. Over time, the cannabinoids in marijuana overload that system. And then once you stop using marijuana, your body has withdrawal effects. It has to recover and be able to produce those cannabinoids on its own. Now, most people think of marijuana as a harmless drug. You just sit on the couch, smoke some weed, eat some snacks, watch a movie, listen to some music, be entertained. But over time, those effects start to add up and they can lead to some severe mental health consequences. Because most of the consequences are brain related, a lot of the therapies are derived from current psychology trends like cognitive behavioral therapy and motivational therapy. There are currently no drugs that directly address cannabis use disorder in our society. And I think if marijuana got moved from Schedule 1 down to Schedule 3, more of those drugs could be developed. But currently, there is a large group of farmers, producers, dispensary owners that have a large financial stake in making sure that move does not happen. They want to control the production and distribution of marijuana, and they don't want big pharma getting their hands into their growing business, because marijuana is a plant. It grows on a stalk and you can produce practically unlimited quantities of it. There's an excess in California, an excess in Oregon, an excess in Washington, and a lot of it gets siphoned off into the black market and sold into illegal states. That's a little bit of a side issue. Back to the topic of marijuana addiction. Prevention and community programs are also main ways that marijuana addiction is addressed. But in those non-legal states, it's sort of scary to go and seek treatment for something that is illegal. And then even in legal states, sometimes use in progressive cities like Los Angeles, San Francisco, Portland, use is encouraged almost. It's allowed. And so the contrast between those two states of marijuana usage creates confusion for users, and it's not consistent over the entire United States. One very popular program that has helped thousands of users is Marijuana Anonymous. It's a community support group where people can go and talk about their marijuana addiction. But overall, with the increase in the access to marijuana, we need to address marijuana addiction as a serious problem. Most people think that marijuana is not addictive, and it is an addictive substance just like most drugs. We need to break the stigma so that more people can get help, the help that they need,